Position selected. This one is play room. Work and not disturb. Control. Home. Switcher. MLB The Show 25. When you look so good, look so fine, baby, you just blow my mind. Baby, you're the last thing. It's playing on my mind. When I go to sleep tonight, baby, you'll be there in my head. You can keep me up all night. Just take my breath. When you look so good, look so fine, baby, you just blow my mind. About to get started here, and pitching in this game, Tobias Myers. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
And that is out of play. Here's a 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. Try to check the swing.
Batter down. Bobby Witt Jr. out towards right center field. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, the third baseman.
And here now, the lineup for the Royals. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, George Brett.
Boog, he has over 1,500 RBIs in his career. I mean, this is a guy that loves the opportunity to drive in runs. Some people shrink under that pressure with runners in scoring position. But he spent his entire career in the middle of the lineup, and everybody knows he can do some damage.
Smoked into left, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Next is the Royals catcher, Salvador Perez. One of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. They get the force. And that is the inning. Royals lead 1. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at American Family Field. And on the mound in this one, Michael Lorenzen. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
And that one fouled off. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-2.
Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end, most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Puts it away for the out. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
2 outs, base is empty. Caught him looking for the K. Gone in order are the Brewers. We played an inning, no score. Top of the second, and here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Myers back to work, and the first pitch misses for
You have to be real careful. Because of that. Power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Not even close there. 2-0. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. And a base hit right there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Spoiled that backdoor breaking ball perfectly. Stayed tall, didn't lean out towards it, let it get deep, and then just squared it up pretty nicely the opposite way. That's great hitting.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate. Runner at first with no outs here. Strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
Broken bat, and it's popped up. Hoskins makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Jonathan India.
Jonathan India at the plate. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Swings here and blasts one left field. Say goodbye to that one. His first homer of the year, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Michael Massey digs in now. And that one in the air center field. Mitchell sizing this one up, and it's caught for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Isbell will hit next. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Ortiz on the run, sends it over to first. He beats it out, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
So up now for Kansas City, Tyrone Blanco. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
The 0-1. Grounds one to short. Monasterio on the run, throw to first, and save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
Definitely a tough play, but he seems to have had a little trouble getting rid of it, and that made all the difference. And with the speed running up the line, you got to be perfect, and right there, he just couldn't get it there in time.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Bobby Witt Jr. now at the plate. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Oh, 1 now. Foul ball there. The shortstop takes the ball.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Next pitch misses way outside. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Contreras down to first with it. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back in Milwaukee, where these fans are excited for another year of Brewers baseball. They've celebrated division titles back-to-back seasons now.
And they won the NL Central by 10 games, Boo. That was without Craig Counsell at the helm.
Not bad. This to third. Brett tosses to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
I really didn't know what to expect from the Brewers last year. There was a lot of uncertainty, if we're being honest. They were starting a 20-year-old in the leadoff spot, traded away Corbin Burns in the offseason, and lost Brandon Woodruff for the year because of an injury.
Don't forget they were also without all-star closer Devin Williams because of a back injury. He missed the first few months to start the year.
Yeah, and these fans are hoping for better luck when it comes to injuries this season. If they're healthy, they might go beyond the wild card round this year.
Slow down, partner. It's early.
Mitchell.
That one fouled off. In the air, right field. Renfroe in position. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full. It's the Royals 2 and the Brewers nothing. Back here in Milwaukee, on to the third inning, and to the plate for Kansas City, George Brett. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Mitchell sizes this one up, hauls it in for the out, and there's one down.
The catcher, number 14, Salvador Perez.
Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Perez in his 14th season batting in the cleanup spot, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. That one off the mark, and now it's even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Headed towards the corner, and a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Pasquantino, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Now he breaks his bat. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Royals 2 and the Brewers nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Baseman, Joseph Ortiz.
And that's in there at the knees.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That pitch gets the inside corner. 0-2.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 0-2. Got him swinging.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
This is Bryce Terang. And first offering is fouled off. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting nut, the shortstop.
Andrew Monasterio up now for the Brewers.
Monasterio.
Ripped to first, caught, dives for the bag, got him. Double play. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Royals 2 and the Brewers nothing. As we go to the top of the fourth, now it's Hunter Renfroe. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And the 0-2. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double in the fourth.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Here's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Swinging a foul straight back. Man at second. And a foul ball. That's off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Action in the pen down there. Yoel Payamps up and loosening in the pen. Ashby also throwing. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And Chris, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now the DH, Michael Massey. And there's a foul ball. Renfroe over at second, one down. Ball
That's
one there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Nice grab. On the money. Nice play.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Kyle Isbell, the next to hit. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Two outs and a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Renfroe in to score. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Dairon Blanco. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, and great jump. Late on that fastball.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Next pitch is outside.
2 strikes.
On the ground to first. And it gets by him. Isbell rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well, you're already down in the game, and not just by a couple. And then that error allows a run to score, and this is where things can really start to fall apart. As a team, they need to pick themselves up, find a way to play better baseball the rest of the way.
Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. There goes the runner. It's a pitch out. And safe. It's a stolen base. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there. It's elite, and just makes it very tough on the defense. A lot of pressure on those guys.
Line drive. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. They put 2 on the board, 2 hits, an error, and 1 left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Royals 4 and the Brewers nothing. Bottom of the inning. Here comes Christian Yelich.
The designated hitter, Christian.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Outside low, and the count even 1-1. And strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He goes down looking. And now the right fielder, Sal Freeland. He popped out his first time.
Freeland.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. It's through for a hit. And now it's William Contreras. And that's just foul. Freeland, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Hoskins pushes it foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. That one down the line, and foul ball. The Royals leading by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Brewers strand 1. They trail it here 4-0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Aaron Ashby. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. So up now for Kansas City, George Brett. Late swing, foul to the left.
I remember when all the eyes in baseball were on Brett as he chased the magic 400 mark in 1980. Didn't miss by much. Finished at 390.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-2. And that's in the dirt. The season Brett had in 80 was out of this world. Led the league in average, slugging, and OPS. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase. And no throw. He's into first easily. So a man at first. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Salvador Perez. 0 for 2 in this one. And it's fouled away. Fought off foul. Nice stop from his knees. The throw. There's one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. And first offering is fouled off. Gets him to chase after that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Offense held in check there. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Royals 4 and the Brewers nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Rio.
Lorenzen back to work. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, these Brewers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That's hard hit in the line. And out number 1 on the grab.
Up next for the Brewers, the center fielder,
Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. Flying to right his first time.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Ripped to short. Zips it across. 2 up, 2 down.
Third baseman, number 3, Joseph.
2 down, base is empty. Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Struck out swinging his first time. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Line drive, base hit right center field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a cookie
2.
down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Turang in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Isbell makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Royals 4 and the Brewers nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Hunter Renfroe. Time call.
Time is out.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Nelson Velasquez.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Swings through that one for strike 1. Ashby, a 6-1 lefty. He features a sinker, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swung on, belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in, he gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Jonathan India, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
That one in the dirt. And 1-1. Hit well. Right field, way back, and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 5-zip.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So 1 out, nobody on. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. He swings and fouls one off. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a foul ball. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
The center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Two outs. Caught and missed. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. The Royals get a run in the inning on this solo homer. And the lead is now 5-0. So remaining in the game defensively, Nelson Velasquez. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. Andrew Monasterio getting ready to hit. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
That one drilled left field, and a base hit right there. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. At the plate, Sal Frelick. That one the other way, and foul ball.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Glove flip for 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there. And here's the catcher, William Contreras. And a swing and a miss there.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might
brings it in for the 3rd out. Milwaukee leaves 1. It's 5-0.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Brewers.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Yoel Payamps.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Brings it in. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 7, shortstop.
Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And he swings through that one.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
So up next, George Brett, 1 for 3. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Chourio moving under it, corrals it. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Royals 5 and the Brewers nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The first baseman, Reese Hoskins.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Here's the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat. No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Witt over to first. And Milwaukee is set down in order. Brewers go down quietly. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jared Koenig.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Perez now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. In time. And a drop 3rd strike leads to the 1st out.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Brian Hudson, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge.
Fires over to Hoskins, and that'll do it. Royals bats are quiet there as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th, and now Joseph Ortiz.
Looking at the way that you dance, I want to know where you from. Left cheek, right cheek.
Lorenzen back to work. Popped up. Witt. 1 away. Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. And a couple of quick outs.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Monasterio stands in now and watches strike 1. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. To the right side, Pasquantino. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. It's the Royals 5 and the Brewers nothing. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brian Hudson.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
2 down, bases empty. Kyle Isbell will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. Hudson, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2015. Strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And he'll take first easily after the strikeout. Dairon Blanco steps in for the Royals. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they can't get the out.
The batter, the shortstop.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. So up now for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. That one fouled off. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here at American Family Field. Bottom 9. Yelly stepping into the box now. Fastball for a strike.
Dives,
And he can't hang on. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they don't get the out.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
There's a swing and a miss.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the...
Witt looks to second. That's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Here's the catcher, William Contreras.
William Contreras.
And a base hit into right. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish.
Number 12, Rhys Hoskins.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the swing, and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. One run across. Contreras coming home. The relay to the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 5-2. Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Jackson Chourio for 3 in this one. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Lucas Erceg on to try and close it out. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. Pitches in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Up the middle, Witt. And they're down to their last out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
Lifted to left, and that should do it. And that'll do it. The Royals take game 1 of the series on the road.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.